Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Julie and today I will be making a video regarding feminism versus men going their own way. Now, I'm really aware that this is a very controversial and polarizing subject. I'm not here to shame you if you identify as any of these groups. I used to consider myself a feminist, so I can pretty much relate with the feminist message and also understand where men going their own way come from. So
hi Julie, I'm not quite understanding this. You think feminism and MGTOW are the same, and you think because you were a feminist you understand the feminism, which is understandable. I probably agree with you on that one, and it also gives you an understanding of MGTOW, which I don't see it. I doubt it very much, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt at the moment and let's get into it.
in this particular video, I will be explaining why I believe that men going their own way and feminism are exactly the same thing at the core, and why they're less about a social problem and more about an individual responsibility issue. I will also be talking about the effects of this division between genders in our society long term. And at the end of this video, which is definitely my favorite part, I will be giving out some advice that has helped me tremendously to get out of the feminist mentality. It's also some really good life advice in general, not only to find the relationship that you are looking for, but it is also really good advice for your life in general. That is definitely...
Well, I'll wait and see if I get to the end of the video. You want to give me life advice. You've only, probably haven't even lived a quarter of your life yet. And you've been a feminist, as far as that goes. So I doubt that you're going to have much that's going to be worth listening to, but okay.
My favorite part, so please stay until the end so you can listen to that. Also, I would like to state that I am not a clinical psychologist. I don't have a degree on gender studies or anything of that sort. I am just a normal girl with my own common sense, my biased view of the world. For sure it is biased, but I try to listen to many different intelligent people, come to my own conclusions from that, and I like to observe the way the world works. That's really it. Some of my opinions may be wrong. I'm open to that. I'm open for discussion, but these are the things that I consider to be true at the moment. If you are interested in this kind of subject and you would like to hear more from me, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can like this video. You could also activate the notifications bell for future notifications. And so let's get started. It is my belief that men and women were created equal with different purposes and goals in life. Both.
I've heard all this before. Not off to a good start here. Created equal with different goals and purposes in life. No, men and women evolved, the species evolved. Clearly, there's no refuting that at all. And there's goals in life. Well, there's only one goal, and that's procreation. The rest of it is all just society in general. So
should have the same freedoms and the same rights. They should both have the same value intrinsically and in regards to our society. Men and women need each other because together they complete each other and they become one. This is what happens when you have a very compatible team, is that one person will offer some assets that the other one perhaps lacks, and vice versa. This is what happens when you have two pieces of a puzzle that fit together and match perfectly. If you had two pieces of the same puzzle that have exactly the same shape, exactly the same print on it, they're not going to do anything for each other. You cannot have two pieces of a puzzle that are exactly the same complete each other. One needs to fill the crevices that the other one lacks. The same way, if men and women were exactly the same.
Oh my God. You women are obviously reading the same playbook. There's two pieces of a puzzle that fit together perfectly, blah, 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 blah. Just do me a favor.
And everything was just a gender construct. there would be no more reason for men and women to meet each other, which is what's happening in the world. But we can see through evidence that this is not the case. Men and women are intrinsically different, biologically, socially, emotionally. We share more things than we don't share, of course, because we are both human and we share a lot of things that are intrinsic to human nature, but we also have a lot of things that are completely different from each other. And I believe that to disregard that, as we are doing in our modern society, is to go against common sense of biology. Let's talk about feminism for a second. Feminism used to be something that was really necessary if we wanted women to hold a place of value in our society, to be respected, to have the same freedoms as men. It was a very necessary and noble battle, the one that the first feminists fought. But the problem with today is that in our Western world, where feminists are the most vocal, this equality has already been accomplished. And I would even suggest that if you don't see it, and if you don't see the privileges that women hold in our society, then you have a very biased view of the world.
So you're saying equality has been achieved and women have a privileged position in the world. Now, how does that work? I mean, you're telling me you've got common sense. Well, there's no demonstration of that yet.
Are seeing reality through such a biased lens of victimhood that it is clouding your judgment. And I can totally relate with that because I used to see the world that way. There was a time in my life when whenever I had some type of failure happening due to my own shortcomings, I would blame the lack of equality.
It's called blame the nearest man. And I've seen it. I've actually been a part of it. I've seen it. I mean, I've been on the receiving end of a part of it in a female-dominated workplace. But that's another story. Yeah, you're not blaming the lack of equality, you're blaming the nearest man.
Between genders on my own failures. So I can totally understand why some women view the world this way. And let's not pretend like feminism isn't a great group to be a part of. If you want to be respected, if you want to be accepted in the world, if you don't want to go against the norm, it's great to hold these beliefs that are like so trendy right now, because it will automatically make you belong to a group that is going to accept you. And so
I think you'd agree that they'll only accept you as long as you're going to espouse their values and their beliefs. And as soon as you start questioning things and start doing the deep dive into what they're actually all about, I think you'll find you're expelled from that group, shut down, and basically cancelled. So let's not pretend that it's a great group to belong to. It's just thought police and groupthink.
So I feel like a lot of people are clinging to these beliefs without really reflecting upon them, without really going to the depth of what this really means that I believe in these things, without really challenging this belief. They are just accepting these beliefs because they want to belong. And humans are very social creatures. So this is a very valid reason to want to belong, to want to become a feminist, someone who wants to be a part of the social current and whatever everyone is believing at the moment, and you want to belong. So I totally understand. But the thing is, if you really dig into feminism, you will understand the lies that feminism is promoting to women. They're not helping us, and not only that, they're actually harming us. So there's a lot to unpack. I'm not going to be able to do it all in one video. So in this video, I'm just going to focus on the particular issue between feminism and men going their own way. Now, men going their own way is an issue that is interesting to me, and I've kind of studied it for a while. I watched the videos where men are like shaming women for being so modern and mean and selfish, and I understand where they're coming from. And I'm not saying that wrong, because there are a lot of those women in our modern world, unfortunately. But here's the thing. Men going their own way is a group that's comprised by hurt men that have been hurt by hurt modern women.
So you say you've been interested in it, and you say that you've studied it, and you say that you're out of the feminist mindset, and yet here you are. It's just about hurt little boys running away, not being able to cope with the big, strong, modern women who happen to be hurt as well. Well, look, this is just like, women talking about this stuff is like listening to a broken record. Honestly, can you not actually understand that men are walking away from modern women because modern women don't actually have anything to offer men? It's like, how hard is this to understand? How difficult is it to see that the women around you that you're claiming are just modern women are not worth the effort for men to even talk to today?
Also a very biased view of the world, because not all women are like that. But if you have encountered enough in your life, it is easy to draw the conclusion that all women are like that. And the same goes for feminism. If you have encountered a good share of bad men, it is easy to draw the conclusion that all men are bad. But see, the problem with this...
Well, that's a very, very simplistic view on the world, I must say. So not all women are like that. Well, yeah, I'm not so sure. Like some MGTOW will say, yeah, there might be one or two out there. I don't know. But women being hurt by men is what the feminist movement's all about? No way. Okay, women in the feminist movement today want men dead. Right, now I've never heard a MGTOW ever say that he wants women dead. So there's like, to be saying that MGTOW are anything like feminism is bullshit. Now I've got videos out there that are saying that MGTOW are aligned with modern feminist thought. And I still stick by that, because MGTOW going their own way is what modern feminists want, except that they want men to actually die, which is not going to happen. But MGTOW getting out of the way and letting the feminists run the world, yeah, that's bloody well right on exactly what modern feminism's all about. So yeah, this is frustrating.
This type of thinking is that it removes the most important part of the equation, which is you.